What if everything you have built across 21 days is not the destination, but the beginning of a skill that most people never develop? The skill is not abundance. The skill is return. Almost every personal development program ends with a version of the same promise. You have changed. You have rewired. You have broken through. Go live your new life. And then the person walks back into their ordinary world. The same relationships, the same environment, the same daily pressures. And within weeks, sometimes days, the old patterns begin to reassert themselves. Not all at once, quietly, like water finding the familiar path. And the person concludes one of two things. Either the program did not work, or they are fundamentally broken, unable to hold what they built. Neither is true. What is true is that nobody taught them the one thing that determines whether transformation lasts or fades: the return mechanism. This is day 21, the final masterclass. The integration. No affirmations today, just the most important science in this entire series. The science of how lasting change actually works, and the specific, practical, neurologically grounded mechanism that will make everything you built across 20 days not just survive contact with the real world, but compound within it. Welcome. Whether today is your first session or your 21st, the full series is in the description below. If you are new, start from day 1. If you have been here since the beginning, you have earned what comes next. Pay close attention. Why do most people who experience genuine transformation eventually return to where they started? The honest answer is not what most programs want to tell you. Most want you to believe that if the transformation was real, it will hold automatically. That once the subconscious has been rewired, it stays rewired. That the new identity, once built, requires no further attention. This is not accurate. And understanding why is the most important thing you will take from this series. The brain is a prediction machine. Its primary function, above learning, above creativity, above everything else, is to predict what comes next based on what has happened before. And the environment you return to after any period of intensive inner work is still full of the same cues, triggers, relationships, and pressures that shaped the original patterns. Your nervous system does not exist in isolation. It exists in constant dialogue with everything around it. When you return to a familiar environment, the brain begins receiving familiar signals. The same morning routine, the same financial stressors, the same conversations about money, the same news, the same relationships, the same sensory landscape that was present when the old patterns were formed. And the brain, doing exactly what it is designed to do, begins generating predictions based on that familiar input, which means it begins, subtly and automatically, to pull in the direction of the familiar response. This is not failure. This is neuroscience. The question is never whether the pull will happen. It will. The question is what you do when it does. What separates people who maintain peak performance from people who experience it briefly and then lose it? It is not that peak performers never slip. They do. Every elite athlete, every high-performing executive, Every person who has built and maintained a significant shift in any domain of their life, they all experience periods of regression, moments where the old response fires, where the familiar pattern reasserts itself, where the new identity feels further away than it did last week. The difference is not the slipping. The difference is the return. Elite performers have what sports psychologists call a return mechanism, a specific, practiced, automatic process for noticing when they have drifted from their peak state and efficiently returning to it. Not with self-criticism, not with the energy of someone who has failed and must start over, with the calm efficiency of someone who expected this to happen, prepared for it, and knows exactly what to do. The return mechanism has 3 components. Recognition, the ability to notice drift early, before it becomes a full return to the old pattern, without judgment, without alarm, simply noticing. Anchor, a specific, practiced action that immediately reconnects the nervous system to the new identity. Something physical, something felt, something that has been repeated enough times to carry the neurological weight of the new baseline. And recommitment, the internal act of choosing the new identity again, not once, as many times as necessary, without accumulating shame around the choosing. The people who maintain their transformation are not the ones who never slip. They are the ones who built their return mechanism before they needed it, and practiced it until it became faster than the drift. What does a return mechanism actually look like in practice? And how do you build one that is specific to what you have created here? Recognition is the first component, and it requires something most people are never taught: the ability to notice a pattern returning without making its return mean something catastrophic about the work they have done. The signs are specific and learnable. Financial anxiety firing before conscious thought has caught up. The tightening in the chest when money is mentioned. The mental arithmetic of scarcity running automatically. The impulse to grip when something good arrives. The quiet sting at someone else's success that has not been decoded. The reaching quality of hope replacing the settled quality of knowing. When you notice any of these, that is not evidence that the work has failed. That is the recognition component of your return mechanism firing correctly, on schedule, doing exactly what it was built to do. The anchor is the second component, and yours already exists. You built it across 20 sessions. 1 slow breath, hands open. The felt sense of the identity you inhabited in these sessions. It does not need to be elaborate. It needs to be immediate and consistent. The moment you recognize the drift, 1 breath, open hands, return to the felt sense of who you are. That is the anchor. Used consistently, it will become automatic within weeks. Recommitment is the third component, and this is where most people misunderstand maintenance. They believe that needing to recommit means the commitment was not real. It was not strong enough. They were not changed enough. Recommitment is not evidence of incomplete transformation. It is the practice itself. Every time you notice the drift and choose the new identity again, you are not starting over. You are strengthening the neural pathway that makes the new identity more automatic, more durable, more simply who you are. The choosing is not a sign that the work is unfinished. The choosing is the work, and it compounds every time you do it. What actually happens to the new identity over time when the return mechanism is practiced consistently? The drift gets shorter, the return gets faster. The gap between who you were on day one and who you are becomes not just wider, but more stable, more load-bearing, more capable of holding the weight of real life without collapsing back to the old foundation. In the first weeks after this series, the drift may feel significant. The old patterns may reassert themselves with what feels like embarrassing ease. The new identity may seem fragile in the face of real financial pressure, real stress, real triggers from real life. This is expected. This is the early stage of the return mechanism, when recognition is slow, when the anchor needs conscious effort, when recommitment feels effortful rather than automatic. By month 2, if the mechanism is practiced, something begins to shift. The drift becomes shorter before you catch it. The anchor requires less conscious activation. The recommitment happens faster and with less internal argument. The new identity is beginning to feel not like something you practice, but like something you simply are, and return to naturally when something pulls you off course. By month 3, for those who practice consistently, the old patterns begin to lose their grip entirely. Not because they have been eliminated, because the return mechanism has made them unable to hold you for long. You drift, you notice, you return. The cycle completes faster each time until the drift barely registers before the return has already begun. This is how lasting transformation works. Not in a single breakthrough that holds forever, in thousands of small returns that build a baseline so solid, so neurologically embedded, so simply who you are, that the old patterns can no longer find a home in you. 21 days ago, you began something that most people never start. Not because they lack the desire, but because they do not believe the internal work is real work, that it counts, that it changes something that cannot be changed by strategy or discipline alone. You know differently now, not as a belief you are trying to hold, as something you have felt in your body across 21 sessions of genuine neurological work. The shifts you experienced were real. The identity you built is real. The new baseline you established is real. And now you have one more thing, the mechanism to keep it. Recognition, anchor, recommitment. Practice those 3 things, not perfectly, not constantly, but consistently. And what you built here will not fade. It will compound, month by month, return by return, choosing by choosing. The series ends today. The work does not. And that is not a burden. It is the most honest and exciting thing I can tell you. Because the work that continues from here is not the hard work of building something from scratch. It is the lighter, faster, increasingly automatic work of someone who already knows who they are and simply chooses it again every time they forget. You are not the person who started on day 1, and you are not yet the person you will be in 6 months of practicing what you built here. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, at the beginning of the most important part. Drop day 21. Complete in the comments. I am waiting for every single one. And tell me, what was the session that changed the most for you? What shifted that you did not expect? I will read every comment, every one. This is not goodbye. It is the beginning of what comes next. Let's rise.